Hi everyone, Cats Magpies YouTube channel, and boy oh boy, welcome back to another Play Rains video. Now, a day before Christmas, can't stress this out enough. Obviously we had to make some big changes during the off season for the club, and it's nothing usual on that. But I'm sure that we have to understand that we have to get better. And I did the Adam Talor Play Rains video. I did add to Bozavalaki. I did Jane Stevenson, and I was honest enough off that. Mate, I sort of have to. Now I'm going to do Taylor Adams Play Rains. So I think we all know how that's going to happen. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to next year. So, Taylor Adams, how I do this, for the people that haven't watched these before, all I do is I talk about the year and I go through their stats. Now, the reason why I go through their stats is to see how they average from this year to last year and compare them. If they haven't played, but they've played one game or two games or wherever, how many games they played, I judge them on this year's form. If they haven't played, I think, yeah, it seems like it's fair, it's legitimate. So I'm fair and reasonable towards the players that have played, you know. So with Jane Stevenson, I go by how many games he's played. If I think a player is unlucky, and for example, he played, like, if he played 4 or 5 games and he looked good, like he looked alright, and they dropped him, I judge him based on how I see them play. If I haven't seen them play, but I've seen visions of them in a scratch match, then that's it. I go by that as well. So let's jump straight into it, and we'll talk about the year it was, because there's a lot more to digest in this situation. I feel that's always the need. So he's kicked 9 goals out of 19 games. That's a tick. I give that one as a tick, because he's played more games. He's a future, well, definitely could be future captain. Certainly. Maybe one day. Alright. So we'll go by the possessions. 22.7 compared to 24 22.7 compared to 24.4. Now, that is, what, a little bit of a drop-off, but it's not too bad. It's really not, because if there's a little bit of a drop-off, it's not as bad as what would be. And this is my opinion. You guys can argue with me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's all I care about. As well. Alright, so in the marks department, 3.3 compared to 3.9. So it was just averaging 4 marks. It's dropped off a little bit. Not too bad. And the tackles were 5.5 compared to 5.1. So it's not too bad. That has gone up a fair bit. So it's a little bit. I think we're going to see that as a tick. So I'm going to give that as a tick. Certainly when we got him, I think the end of 2014, he's a real tough nut. So because he plays with passion and he plays with care, like, he cares about this club. He wants to win. He shows me in the way he goes about that. So to me, that doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. So, and I think that's about it. But his role is in the midfield, and he can also kick goals in the midfield. So I'm going to give this year, out of 10, I'm going to give him a 7. I could have gave him a 7.5, but I don't think he played that well. And I think he came off a little bit sore. And I think did try to come back on. I might have been Scott Pendlebury. But either that, I'm just going to have to give it as that. So now we go on to next year's form. Now next year for me is a huge off season for Taylor Adams. Certainly you want to see him improving. He's got all the talent in the world, no doubt. But I think he's still got his best footy to come. So I think we'll see him play the same role next year as he did this year. So please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I know it's before Christmas. I'm trying so hard. I've been busy, so I do apologise for this. I know, probably planning on next year, and I'm planning on next year as well. There's a lot. There's a lot of things that happen this year that really is very probably stressful, if you can say like that. Like, didn't even know what we were doing, whether or not we're going to get out of lockdown. And when we did come out of lockdown, where we're going to go to the footy. That was a real, I don't know, sort of thing. Personally, it's been tough, being in lockdown for almost all this year, to be honest, and we're able to get out. We still have some restrictions in a way, so it has been a tough year, and I will go by. I think on New Year's Day, I'm going to try and do a video and just review the year that it was, and so you guys have a understanding in a way that here in Melbourne, here in Australia, it's just, so other states were laughing at us when we were stuck in lockdown. They were bagging us, even the people in other states. And they say we're supposed to be as one, but it certainly doesn't feel like it. And now that we're seeing New South Wales are in lockdown, we can sort of laugh at them now. So, yeah, for us Victorians, we had the toughest restrictions. We were in stage 4, and yet we were in a terrible situation. Worse than what New South Wales are going through. They can still move around. There's only some restrictions in one side of Sydney. They didn't have the whole of Sydney locked down, and then they eased off the restrictions in regional Victoria and then metropolitan Melbourne. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough year. Hope you guys do like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I can certainly change it from a 7 to a 6.5 or 7.5, whatever you guys think, because I go as a year as a whole. Like, I'll do play range videos, but I'll go by their season, because if they played well in big games, and I think he did alright too, Tyler Adams, I think you're obliged to give them that maybe half a point more or something. As usual, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, calm the pies. 2021, we're coming. Peace.